Welcome back. I'm Thanush Sehgal and you're watching Innovation to Revolution. In this video, we will be talking about how many programming languages are there in the market. This video is a tutorial on programming language and I'm subdividing this video into part. So let's start the video. Let's talk about how many programming language are there in the market. There are about 700 programming language including esoteric coding language. You can see the graph on the screen which tells the ratio and percentage of the people using these programming language and most of the language have the same concept of learning, but the same question is what should we learn first, which language we should learn first. Either it is Java, JavaScript, Python, C, C++, C#, or other languages. In my opinion, one should learn Python because Python is a high level programming language including many numerous applications and libraries pre-installed in it. So it is very popularly used by the organizations such as NASA's, Google, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, etc. Python has three major versions, which is 1, 2 and 3, and in Python 3 is guaranteed to work in future version of Python. And this tutorial covers the whole topic of Python 3, its libraries, queries and other expectations people put in their mind of Python language segment, and this includes questions about Python language. So the first question is, what are application of Python or in which Python is used? Python is used in web framework, web development, data science, data structure, artificial intelligence, web framework, GUI based desktop applications, and web crawling, scripting, and computer version, operating system and prototyping. I knew all these application of Python in the other segment, which is another video. Question is, what type of mistake people do while learning programming? First mistake is people do not practice. The drawback of failure of their codes is they do not practice a lot. You need a 4 to 5 hour practice a day to become a professional programmer. The second mistake is writing code without planning. You have to plan the code to write them. Think about that, then write and research on that thing, then plan it, then write it, validate it and modify it as your working area. Okay. The third mistake is understanding the code quality, not code quality. See, focus on the readability of code. The easier you can write is important. The fourth mistake is people picking the first solution. Do not pick the first solution, always pick the easiest solution to the problem. Fifth mistake is people quit. No matter how much time you spend on a code, you do not have to quit. Sixth mistake is not Googling. If you got an error while coding, you have to search on it to resolve that error and make your code work. Seventh mistake is choosing a wrong data structure. You have to learn the pros and cons of various data structure to choose a right data structure. Eighth mistake is making code worse. Always leave the code bit clean and arrange them in orders. The mistake is obsessing about best practice. Do not think about best practice, you think about what you can do best to become a programmer. 10th mistake is getting impatient while coding. Do not get impatient while coding. You have to be patient and clear of mind to become a programmer. Question third is how many types of error are there in Python and what are they? First error is attribute error. That is, you are calling a method on a wrong type of object is called attribute error. Second error is syntax error. You have forgotten the quotes around a string. You have forgotten to put a colon at the end of definition. Or if or for line you have different number of open and close bracket in a statement. Third error is type error. That is, you are trying to use an operation on wrong type of object, an object which you expect to have value in actually none. You have used non-integral number in a list slice. You have called a method or function with the wrong number or type of argument. Fourth error is indentation error. That is, if you miss out on adding tabs or spaces between your line of codes. Fifth error is name error. That is, you have misspelled a variable function or method name. You have forgotten to input a module. You have forgotten to define a variable. Your code used a variable outside the scope where it is defined. You are trying to print a single word and have forgotten the quotes. Sixth error is IO error. That you are trying to open a file that does not exist. Seventh error is key error. That you are trying to look up a key that does not exist in the dictionary. Question fourth is how to stay motivated while learning programming. First step is find a mentor. See, following one or more YouTube channel is like having a personal mentor. You are not only gaining a new knowledge but also following his or her style, how to act when there is an error or how to code. The second step is get certificates. Certificates will boost your confidence and can be used to apply for job. Soul Learning, Free Code Camp and Udemy are three websites that provide certificates for free or very low price. Committed to a coding challenge. A coding challenge will push your limits in coding. You will also meet other coders on forums and or social media. You will get a lot of support and insist hashtag 100 days of coding is the best example for coding challenge. Build a project. When you learn programming fundamentals, you learn a syntax in each topic. But when you build a project, you will combine various syntaxes to solve a problem. You can use your project result as a portfolio to get a job. Keep on coding. The fifth is keep on coding. Sometimes everything that you follow from tutorial does not make any sense to you. Do not let that thing discourage you. Keep on following the tutorial. Identify a concept that you have not really understand and then find a resource to learn the subject. So the fifth question is how many data types are in Python? See, data types are nothing but variable used to reserve some space in memory. Python variable does not need an explicit declaration to reserve memory space. The declaration happens automatically when you assign a value to a variable. So the first data type is string data type. String is identified as a continuous set of characters represented in the question mark. So Python allows for either pair of single or double quotes. String are immutable sequence data type. That is, each time one make any change to a string, completely new string object is created. So how you could write a string? See, a underscore str is the short form of string equals to quotes hello world. Print parenthesis a underscore str. Hashtag output will be whole string. Okay, then you print a underscore string bracket 0. 0 is the first word of string, means you that hello h is the 0. Then you write print a underscore string 0 semicolon 5, and hashtag output will be the first 5 word hello. Okay. Then second is set data type. Set are unordered collection of unique object. There are two types of set. First is set, they are mutable and new element can be added. One set are defined like basket equals to curly braces quotes apple comma quotes orange comma apple pear orange banana. Then you print basket hashtag duplicate will be removed. See the result. Then again you write a underscore string parenthesis abra ca da bra, print a hashtag unique letter is a. The result is quotes a comma r b c d, like that. Now you write a dot adds z, print a, then the z word will be added in the answer. Now the second set is frozen set. There are immutable and new element cannot be added after it is defined. See, b equals to frozen set asdf agsa, print b. Frozen set is parenthesis curly braces quotes f comma g a s, like that. ct equals to frozen set parenthesis bracket Jammu Delhi Shimla, print cities. Frozen set is the answer is parenthesis curly braces JDS, the first word of the city. Now the third data type is number data type. There are 4 types of data type in Python. First is integer, floats, complex, long. First is integer, second is float, third is complex, and fourth is long. How we can write these form? Int is the short form of integer underscore number equals to 10 hashtag int value or integer. 10 is the integer value, means you can write any number in integer. Then float underscore number equals to 10 colon 2 hashtag float value or ratio. Okay, the colon is the ratio value, float include only ratio value. Complex underscore number equals to 3 dot uj hashtag complex value or point value. J contains integer in the range of 0 to 255. Okay, then fourth is long underscore num equals to 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 l hashtag l. Long integer, they can also be repeated in octa and hexadecimal. And the sixth the sixth question is Python syntax guide. Now I explain you all the variables and data types completely. A brief discussion. Okay, the first data type is or variable is declaration. Declaration equal that is variable underscore name equals to 100. First I will take the names of the variables, then I explain you. The second is integer, third is long, fourth is float, fifth is bool, sixth is string, seventh is tulip, eighth is dictionary, ninth is list. So the first is declaration. So the declaration is to reserve memory space. That the declaration happens automatically when you assign a value to variable. The equal sign is used to assign value to variable. Okay. Second is integer. Ints is a signed integer that are often called just integer or ints. They are positive or negative whole number and with no decimal point. Integer in Python 3 is 3 are of unlimited size. Integer type will be unlimited length. Integer are automatically turned into long. Ints when they overflow dropped since Python 3 use int type instead. Okay, the fourth is float. It is a term a term used in various programming language to define a variable with a fractional value. Number created using a float variable declaration on will have digit on both sides of a decimal point. This is in contrast to the integer data type, which houses on integer or whole number. Okay. So fifth is bool or parenthesis. The bool or parenthesis method is used to return or convert a value to Boolean value, that is true or false. Using the standard truth testing procedure, the bool method is generally taken only one parameter on which the standard truth testing procedure can be applied. Then sixth is string. It is a sequence of one or more characters, letter, numbers, symbols include in it. That can be either a constant or a variable made up of Unicode string or immutable sequence, meaning they are unchanged. Then seventh is tulip. It is a sequence of immutable Python object. Tulip are sequence just like list. The main difference between tulip and the list is that the tulip cannot be changed unlike list. Okay. Then eighth is dictionary. It is an unordered collection of data value used to store data value like map, which unlike other data type that hold only single value as an element, dictionary hold key value pair. Key value is provided in dictionary to make it more optimized. Okay. Then ninth is list. List is a data structure in Python that is mutable or changeable ordered sequence of elements. Each element or value that is inside the list is called an item. Just as strings are defined by having value between square bracket. More thing you have to know about Python, it is important for you. Logic. In Python, logical operations are used on conditional statement either true or false. They perform logic and logic or logic not operation. Balloons true or false. Comparison, you can see arrows and if you want to write if statement, it start with if and end with elif. Now while statement is like while bool underscore expression. Loop for variable in list, it is like variable in list. Loops are variable in list. Now operation are special symbol in Python that carry out arithmetic or logic computation. The value that the operator operates on is called the operation. Type of operation: first is adding, second is subtraction, third is multiplication, fourth is division, fifth is floor division, sixth is modules, seventh is exponentation. Okay. Some little things you know more, which is semicolon is not needed, white space matter, object oriented language. Functions. Functions are a convenient way to divide your code into useful loops, allowing us to order our body. Python give us many built-in functions like print, etc. But you can also create your own function like uh, function. Their function. These functions are called user-defined function. Function calling function underscore name parenthesis words. Function definition. Def. How you can write definition is short form of def. Function underscore name palms. Okay, now second is classes. Python classes or object. Python is an object oriented programming language. Almost everything in Python is an object with its properties and method. A class is like an object constructor or a blueprint for creating object. Class definition, how you can define class. See, class underscore name square bracket superclass. uh, Class varies here. Def underscore underscore int underscore underscore override ints here. See, uh, some of the things you did not understand here, but in other segment I will explain you brief discussion of these things with examples and some a little bit of program which helps you to identify these things. Okay, so the thing now the thing is object instructions. Comments. A comment is text that does not affect the outcome of a code. It is used to explain the code. Hashtag for single line and triple quotes for multiple line. You can use this to explain the code, like what this code can do to the program. Okay, then command line. Python command line argument or import permanent passes to the script when executing them. Almost all programming language provide support for command line argument. Then we also have command line operation to set some specific option for the program. Input user underscore in equals to raw underscore input, parenthesis double quotes message. MSG is the short form of message. Output print user underscore output. That's how can you write the command line. Then equality. Python has two operator for equality compression, is and double equal. The double equal operator compares by checking for equality. Object equality is double equal, and referential equality is. Now this is all about the syntax guide of Python and data type. Now in the next segment you will get to know more about these things and some example which justify them quickly, and some little bit of discussion on Python applications and more on Python programming language. So that's it. Thank you.